guys, Crew Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we are back with Daredevil, Born Again. Last week we had the 2-episode premiere where both Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk have decided, you know what? I'm going to try to do something, and it's not going to be how I normally do it. I'm not going to beat up criminals. I'm going to be a good lawyer. I'm not going to be a mafia boss. I'm going to be a good mayor. And they're both trying.
One immediately started to blackmail a guy.
It took 2 episodes.
And Matt may have killed a guy or two. Or maybe not. Or maybe did.
Yeah. They both told each other if the other starts to do what they're currently doing, they'd get each other as well. So.
Well, because he's against vigilantes.
Yeah.
And he's against Fisk.
Evilness. Yes. Corruption.
Fisk, yeah. So. And that cop had this symbol on it. Well, this symbol. On his
Aaron,
arm.
you shouldn't be wearing that symbol, man. Even though that is a fantastic piece of merch that you can find at blindwave.com. Oh man, I love that intro. If you don't know what it's referencing, you gotta go watch our Punisher reactions. But not before watching this reaction to Daredevil Born Again, Season 1, Episode 3.
Give me a poll!
Yeah, we did, probably. Alright, the poll was, how do you feel about the show so far? Let's see, 8% said it feels new in a bad way.
Okay.
22% say it feels like the original show. And 69% say it feels good and new. Feels new in a good way.
It does feel good and new.
Oh.
Especially at 69%.
Yep. Let's see what people were saying. There are some differences, but it really captured the spirit of the original show, in my opinion.
And we got so many original actors back. At least, even if it's just for a little bit.
Really enjoying it so far. Excited for more. This person said, living it!
Yes, live it!
They're living it!
Or
They might be loving it, but they're living it!
Okay.
I think you should live it. Well, except for the vigilanteism part. Maybe don't live that part. Or the crime.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
This person said, never watched the Netflix series, so this is new to me.
Really?
Ooh. That's cool.
That means you have some awesome shows to catch up on.
I'd be interested in what their take is on it.
Yeah.
Has elements that feel like the original show, such as the court stuff, but at the same time, it feels new because of the different characters in the setting.
I wonder how much court stuff we'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I imagine that we're going to be getting a decent amount of it with the White Tiger stuff that's happening right now with Hector.
Hector Ayala.
Hector has a lawyer, and he's going to need it. And those cops might need some protection, too, because I can't imagine Frank is going to be happy when he learns what they're doing.
Well, I mean, they're fucked up from...
Where's he at?
He's around.
Was he out or was he in jail?
Frank?
He's out.
He's out, right?
He's out.
He's been out.
At the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
He was in jail. Remember that awesome fight when he was wearing all white?
Imagine season 2, like he was out doing other stuff. And just going around and stuff. Yeah.
Protecting the girl.
Yeah, fighting inside the police station to protect the police.
All right, everybody, we're ready. We're going to be watching. We're going to be talking after the watch, so stick around.
Okay.
They caught him.
I'm in here too now.
Luquillo is a beach near where I'm from in Puerto Rico. To me, it's the most beautiful place on earth. And the coqui, this little tree frog, doesn't croak. It sings its name. The tourists, man, they think it's noisy and annoying, but to us Boricuas, man, it's a magic.
I feel that way about cicadas sometimes. Like in summer, that sound comforts me a little bit.
Thousands of these frogs start calling out to their one and only love. It's the music of the island.
You're gonna see that beach again, Hector. I promise. And you'll be reunited with your family.
Evening, gentlemen. Oh, maybe isn't it? I couldn't trouble you for the keys to this fine vehicle, could I? Thank you very much. And, wallets while you're at it. Are you a hard man, are you? Yeah. Silly wee bastard.
Oh, damn. Where'd that guy come from? Damn, they killed him too?
Nobody plays cowboy.
Long dark nights out here, man. Good versus evil, evil versus evil, good versus good. Is New York gonna make it? I don't know.
What about evil versus good?
It's like good versus evil, same thing.
Yeah, but the sides are swapped.
Yeah, like Breaking Bad.
Rats at the bottom of the barrel. Let them kill each other.
And when they're done with each other, whoever is left standing will come after you.
Whoever the new boss is.
That kind of violence. Petty blood feuds. None of it is our concern.
I'm above that now. But he's still feeling rage. What is he hitting, you think?
Yeah, I know. Like, it keeps having those marks, but we haven't seen him punching stuff. A wall?
Yeah, maybe.
They both punching walls?
That's punching something.
That's punching men.
Probably got eyes on us.
Yeah, he says it relaxes him or whatever.
That's what this is for.
Hey,
Just
Cherry
Nicky or whatever.
Cola.
Cherry Cola.
First of all, it's not a party. I'm not your man. And this is just for me to get you on the stand without sweating and puking.
Relax. I got you.
I know how hard this is for you.
Me and Kel Shanahan, we were partners for 8 years. You know, that's 8 years of beers and kids and just talking about how shitty the Knicks are. Kel Shanahan was my best friend.
All those cops.
That's all over now.
No further questions.
Come on, Matt.
Officer Powell, good morning. I'm told you have a black eye. I hope everything is okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You know, there's this thing they say in boxing, the best cure for a black eye is fast hands.
Objection.
Sustained. Come on, Mr. Murdoch.
Officer Powell, just want to make sure I'm doing something.
No.
Okay, so you're alone. No buskers or passengers. Which means there certainly wasn't a confidential informant you were roughing up.
Objection.
You better have a good faith basis for this, Mr.
Yeah,
Murdoch.
I do, Your Honor.
Tight leash, if you get my meaning.
Officer Powell, let's try this. You ever met a man named Nicky Torres?
I never heard of him.
It's curious, because as I understand it, Nicky Torres is a confidential informant, used to work with the NYPD. In fact, used to work with you and Officer Shanahan directly.
Are you lying?
Some hesitation.
I told you I don't know him.
Torres cannot testify.
Well, it's more than just those two, then.
There's like a little crew of these like Punisher tattooed cops, huh?
He's almost ready.
What's he doing?
Should I be worried?
Yep.
Hey, you promised I'd be safe.
You'll be fine if you stay out of sight. Come on, let's go.
Get in. Get in.
I'm worried he's not gonna make it in, you know?
Yeah, I'm worried about it too. I'm worried about Cherry too.
Looks like a convoy behind him.
All rise. Supreme Court, State of New York, Part 20 is in session. The Honorable Fitzgerald Cooper presiding.
Honorable. Yeah, liar.
Liar.
He doesn't trust any of the cops, huh? Guess that makes sense. Oh, hit him!
Aaron, you
What?
can't hit him.
Just another second, Your Honor.
Oh, it's you.
Ow.
There's no conflict here.
Where is he?
I trust Cherry.
Open it.
Oh, is this all?
Faked it out.
Oh, is it?
This guy.
Is it?
All right, yes, boys.
Yes!
Good job, Cherry.
Oh, they just took a cab, baby!
Ah, go.
Hurry,
hustle,
hurry,
hustle,
hurry, hurry.
Hustle.
Ah, man, I'm
Move your
worried because
knees.
Cherry's not there now.
So, we're looking at a prison sentence. What happened with that case?
He went away. I told the cops I'd help him out sometimes.
And by help out, you mean become a confidential informant. Mr. Torres, is that what you're doing on the night of New Year's Eve? Were you passing along the information to Officers Shanahan and Powell?
Oh, come on, Nikki, please.
No. I was home all night.
Forgive me, I'm confused here. Previously, you stated pretty clearly that you were actually at the 168th Street subway station being beaten when Hector Ayala intervened to save your life.
Objection.
With great risk put himself in harm's way, didn't he?
Isn't that true? Counsel, stand down.
I withdraw the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Torres, you are dismissed.
I mean, he's gonna get killed anyway.
Man.
He's a loose end.
I mean, I know it can't go right for Matt because he's got to go back to being Daredevil, but I want him to succeed.
I don't want it to be not his fault, you know? Not his decision.
Matt believes in the system.
We don't take orders from you, son. That's not how things work.
Luca, this is what you owe Victor. Restitution.
1.8. I like the sound of that.
Are you out of your mind? Oh yeah, I got a better idea. How about I pay $0 to Victor, and you go tell Fisk if he's got something to say to me, he can come tell me himself. I don't take orders from the mayor's errand boy.
I don't work for the mayor. I work for the man.
The man.
Powell did everything cash, kept it all off the books.
You testify for them? Is there a case we can hang on him?
Nothing I found.
He's innocent. We put him on the stand. He tells his side of the story, the truth. And we hope the jury see him the way we do. It's our only move.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. Chaos must reign. Just for a moment, to build a stronger order.
Is that what it is? Chaos before a stronger peace? Or is it my penance for what I did?
No.
You're punishing me for Adam.
I'm not punishing you for anything.
You're leaving me out in the cold.
I'm gonna have a completely different conversation in front of her.
Yeah, I bought some flowers at La Bodega, and I was heading down to the station.
Where were you going, Mr. Ayala?
My wife and I, we live with my sister and my niece. Soledad and I, we've always dreamt of having our own place, and I had finally saved up the money. I put a deposit down on a studio in the South Bronx.
Aww.
It's not much.
What did you see?
A man getting beat up.
Did you know the man?
No, and I never saw him again until yesterday in court. And now I know his name is Nicky Torres.
What about the men who were doing the beating? Did you know them?
No, I yelled at them to stop, and they didn't. So I ran down to help.
Could have just walked away. Ignored the problem. You decided to risk your own safety to help a stranger. Wasn't the first time, was it?
I don't
Introducing
understand.
Well, I'm just saying that you put yourself in harm's way before. Many times. The question is...
if you can, it's a character thing, right?
Yeah.
You intervened that night because you're a hero.
Matt, don't do this.
Are you the vigilante known as the White Tiger?
Objection! Objection, Your Honor!
Yes or no? Mr. Ayala.
I love this shit. I know legally we'll be like, this is not how it works, but I love it.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be real good or real bad?
I think it's gonna be good.
It really depends on the jury.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna be like, jurors, you forget what you just saw.
I understand what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Hector, if you are acquitted, your White Tiger days are over. I mean, you know that, right? You can't ever put that suit back on.
I don't think you understand. Being the White Tiger is more than just putting on a suit. You chose me. You might as well ask me to stop breathing.
There are other ways to help. Other ways to contribute.
Become a lawyer.
I tried to open the door, but it was stuck. I thought for sure we were dead. Until all of a sudden I see someone running toward us. It was White Tiger.
This is a cool way to learn about a different vigilante.
I was so scared. If White Tiger hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened.
And now,
Why would this guy randomly attack cops?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
On the night of October 2nd at 2:38 a.m., I responded to an attempted burglary call, and then White Tiger appeared. He intervened, pulled the suspect off me, then helped me subdue and arrest the suspect.
Officer Reyes, Officer Wong, Officer Morales, Officer Grant.
Officer Morales?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Why would you risk your life by running toward a burning car to save strangers?
It's the right thing to do.
You again put yourself in harm's way. Why?
It's the right thing to do.
And when you saw Officer Barlow was in trouble, you ran in when others would have run out. Why?
It's the right thing to do.
Why would he do this without the amulet? Would any of you walk into battle with one arm tied behind your back? I wouldn't. He is a man of integrity. The community says so. The police say so.
All of us, we're messy, complicated, capable of good, capable of evil. Yes, Hector Ayala might have done some good things. Does that make him incapable of doing a bad thing?
Well, and by that same logic, your police officers are also capable of doing bad things.
Like lying and scaring a witness.
Yeah.
If Hector's sole intent was to do good for his community, why is he hiding? Because the last time I checked, real heroes don't need to hide.
I don't know. There's a lot of real heroes I know that wear masks.
Mm-hmm.
Love the choir sound.
Mm-hmm. The music in this show is really good. It's nice and subtle and
still carrying his horn, man.
Yep.
Boy's just a little horny. He needs to get arrested.
Real horny?
Real horn, double horny. Oh.
What's he gonna
That
do?
was closing statements, right? So where are we at with the jury?
I don't know.
In the matter of the people versus Hector Ayala, on the count of murder in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
I really
On the
thought
count
it
of
was
murder in
a-
the second degree.
Oh no.
The jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Okay. What there's three
Count
of
of
them, right?
manslaughter in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
This matter is concluded.
Does not seem like that is gonna go unanswered.
We're grateful that justice was served, everyone.
There's no further comment at this stage. Thank you.
Defending vigilantes on television.
He's doing the right stuff. He's a lawyer.
I know.
Gotta love a man who cooks.
And dinner for one in public's a bit depressing.
Tell me about it.
See, my old partner and I, straight out of law school, we were so broke. We pulled about everything we had together for an office bottle of Melvin's. Only broke it open when we won. Needless to say, the first bottle lasted a very long time.
You're talking about your friend Foggy Nelson, right?
It's not easy. He certainly knew how to enjoy the good moments when they came.
And talking about him keeps him around, you know.
The Ayala verdict is an absolute miscarriage of justice.
Well, sir, a court and a jury found him not guilty.
Courts fail, juries get it wrong. I should know. And a veteran of the NYPD lies dead.
I'm worried that he's gonna get targeted.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're gonna set up like, oh, this cop's in trouble. This criminal's like beating him up, and he's gonna try and save him, and they're gonna turn on him.
These vigilantes, they are not heroes. I ran on a promise. And the acquittal of Hector Ayala demands that I keep it.
Damn it, man!
Mm-hmm.
The rule of law must prevail.
That's it.
Officer Powell. Oh, fucking Punisher bullshit. That. Ah! Damn it, man.
That's a nope from me.
Good job, show. That makes me very emotional, those damn frogs. They're railing against vigilantes while wearing the icon of a vigilante. Who was on trial. Matt did almost the exact same defense, but Frank was a little more hostile.
He didn't want to be helped.
He yelled at him and screamed at everybody, "I do it again!"
Man.
I gotta say,
very upsetting.
Yeah, and also knowing that the actor has passed away now, like I've had that that feeling like when you watch The Dark Knight, knowing that Heath Ledger had passed away, and there's just something about his performance that feels like, I don't want to say special, but there's just a somberness to it, and then it just hit me in like 5 different ways when this frog started going. you know.
The frog scene of him talking in jail, and then having that in the credits was really good.
Yeah.
I also just love like the aspect of the nature versus like the city, right? Like, I don't know. Even today, like looking at like trying to conserve some of the nature aspect and the animals and everything versus like the industrial aspect of things. Like he was just talking about like, yeah, sure, it's annoying, the cicadas or the whatever, but getting to experience nature and listening to like the beauty and music of nature, and it's just real nice. And then they have that and give us the last sound is just this nice, beautiful nature moment. And besides being mad at his death and the Punisher, I don't even know what the word is I want to use. The sacrilege of the Punisher logo on the chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
It just really sucks.
It's wholly inappropriate to use that skull to attack people that just help people.
Yeah. Like the Punisher would never go for him. He would go for
those who deserve it.
The guys that he was under, they were under the bridge or whatever. Like those guys, Luca and all them. Like those are the guys he'd be going after. You know.
And the dirty cops.
Yeah, Powell and stuff. He would be going after them. Like. It's just so frustrating with that. I liked Hector.
Yeah, I did too. He's a really interesting character. Really interesting, like, mirror to shine Matt against.
Yeah.
Right?
And his story of being like, why were you there? It's like, I was taking flowers to the place I just put a deposit so my family could have a place to live. And then it got stopped by this because he gets arrested for this murder, the killing of the cop or whatever, his death. And then now I assume that won't be a thing now, you know? They just saved up enough, and it's so sad. And then you have Matt toasting, happy that the system works.
Yep.
Justice prevailed. Things went through right. And then the next scene you get is that.
And then you have Hector's scene in the prison with Matt, like, this isn't something you can just put away. This is who you are. And Matt's trying to stay away from it. Even that one line that the ADA had, where he's like, real heroes don't hide, or something like that. And Matt kind of has a feeling, there's a feeling that he's hiding Daredevil, or what he can do as Daredevil, so he can believe in and stay in the system. But the victory of the system, and the guy just gets shot.
Well, especially after hitting that point where it's like I wanted to kill a guy. You know, like when you get to that point, you're no longer just being a hero trying to help anyone you can. Like that was a vengeance moment. That was closer to like the Punisher, who was trying to kill the people who killed his family. You know, like it was about vengeance, not necessarily about justice.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I loved about like Daredevil and Punisher, like aspects. Whenever like you have them like talking to each other or anything like that, you know. I do like how much this really pairs off with like everything we had before within Netflix, where it's like if you watch that, you see that and you're like, oh, Punisher, but you're like, oh, he would be mad at this. You know, we know what he went for and what he wanted.
I mean, yeah. I love this episode. It's just very emotional.
Yeah.
I feel completely drained, but it's a good story.
Yeah. And this superhero show had no superhero, you know? It was all about the court, about what Fisk is doing and stuff with Vanessa, what Vanessa is doing about the rats at the bottom of the barrel, you know? Like
I personally thought the White Tiger stuff would last longer, you know, but it's done. It's over.
I hoped it would. Longer than that, anyway.
I was like, we'll probably get at least like one scene of like Daredevil helping, or White Tiger coming in to help Daredevil or something, right?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's many other heroes that have like other iterations of their hero.
Yeah.
You know, like who else has been Spider-Man or Iron Man or, you know, like any hero where it's like, is there a mantle to be taken up in this sense where maybe you could get another White Tiger from someone else or something, you know?
Maybe. The shooter didn't take the amulet, did they?
It looked like they shot and he just left.
Okay.
So
I just wonder what happens to that.
Whoever finds him, like, that will then be the question.
Does that amulet give power to anybody that has it, or does it have to choose
he said
you?
like it chose him.
That's what he said.
He didn't choose it.
Yeah.
So maybe it is something to do with like how the amulet works. Like maybe
Does it
only activates for certain people with you know, like a certain mentality or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll find its way to someone else. I don't know.
It'd be great if it found its way to Matt, and then he could be like super powered and super hearing.
Yeah.
Doubt that's gonna happen.
Or Wilson Fisk.
That would be very bad.
He can be like how he was in Hawkeye.
Wearing different white. During the court cases and stuff too, like I don't know if it was in the reaction or not, but there was a moment where they were naming off officers and they said Officer Morales. Like we've had in Spider-Man where Glover played Aaron Davis, right? Which was the uncle of Miles Morales. If this is a nod towards, they said officer, but if it is a nod towards someone who might be Miles's dad, you know, like he usually gets promoted into higher ranks, but he might not. He might just, it could be or it could just be another.
I mean, it could just be Morales is not a common name. No. It's a very common name. I get it, but
they say Officer Smith, and you're like, what about this guy?
You can't say Officer Morales in New York in a Marvel show and not have all the nerds go ah. I get it.
That's the thing. You're in New York with it. You know, we've already had Aaron Davis mentioned before. Like, it could be a nod to that. It could just be another officer because they named like 4 or 5 other officers. You know, like, and I don't know who those guys were.
Sure.
It could have been.
But if you put that name on a piece of dialogue in a show like this, it's like they must be aware of the connection at least. Yeah. Even if it's not like actually the connection, they know that is going to make people's ears perk up.
Yeah.
I also love whenever like something like this happens and they didn't intend it. And then the people are like, "Does he use on purpose?" And Kevin Feige was like, yeah, we did that. Shit, someone get something working.
Yeah, but I mean, I think especially with the Spider-Man video game, that Marvel Spider-Man, and
the Spider-Man mentioned last episode,
the Spider-Verse movies. Like, I think Miles is at a much higher peak of just being like a popular hero that people like. You know?
Yeah. Just in.
I mean, he's also a newer Spider-Man overall.
Sure.
Compared to a lot of other Spider-Men, so it's just cool to see. You know, I don't know what we're doing with Spider-Man. I don't know what the routes would be with a lot of that stuff, but could be something cool to bring in.
It could be very cool.
And because they referenced a spider guy last episode, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, and there's more than just one spider guy.
Yeah.
But it might not be him. I don't know how young he would be right now. But anyway, I thought it was a neat thing. I just want to make sure I mentioned it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Poll for this week with the end here with White Tiger at the end of the episode. What do you think is going to happen with the amulet and/or the mantle of White Tiger? Do you think that the amulet will be taken or passed on, and we'll see it again, or do you think that this is kind of done for the story for White Tiger in the show for now at least, and we don't see White Tiger anymore in Daredevil Born Again? Right? Or even the amulet itself.
Yep.
I'll say that we see it again somehow, maybe. I don't know.
I say we don't.
Really?
Calvin?
I say we do.
All right. Well, what say you? Guys, thank you so much for watching Daredevil Born Again with us. We'll be back next week with another episode. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And we have all the other Daredevil, Punisher, and all that stuff right here on the channel as well. So make sure you check it out down in the description below. You can go to blindweb.com for full length for Daredevil Born Again. And all the other stuff that we have on the channel.
Go to the store. Check it out.